Hello and welcome to Quantum Recall, everyone. I'm your host, Paul Vincent Serini. Today we're talking about World B, a place free from the judgment of people who already know you, and God as well. What are you talking about? I'll get into it. Plus AI fatigue, sobriety, and the growing exhaustion of constant division. Without further ado, let's go. Yeah, no music behind me right now. It's always weird, and I mention that every week. I probably shouldn't mention that every week. Detractors might say that's unprofessional, but I say I rebel. What a weird thing having complete silence behind me right now. I find that bizarre. So yeah, I will just, I'm in a bizarre mood. I'm honestly in a very bizarre mood. I feel peculiar. I don't feel like my normal self. The last few days, I've gone through the motions of the activities and the routines I have to keep myself tethered well to reality, and it's worked. I've done prayer, I've done meditation, I've worked out, I've stayed busy reading. Not all the reading I engage in is necessarily healthy. What do I mean by healthy? I mean it's insight, it's knowledge building. I've been reading this Mao biography. I'm 100 pages into this beast, which is just barely over 600 pages. And I'm personally, frankly, bothered and disturbed by so much of that man. And so what I bring to it today in contemporary times is I can't remember. I hope this name is correct. It might have been a dude by the name of Hassan Piker, but I might be getting the name totally wrong. So take that with a grain of sand. Someone who I may get that. If I get that wrong, I'm going to correct myself. I'm going to confirm that later. But expressing admiration for Mao. And to me, that's a huge red flag. No pun intended with the color red. But frankly, dude, Mao was such a scoundrel, a murderous thug in every true sense of the word that anyone who's out there trying to influence people, or especially if you're in a position of power or leadership, if you're expressing admiration for Mao, your leadership role should be canceled. You should be sent to normal life. People shouldn't listen to you. People shouldn't take you seriously because you're expressing admiration for a totally murderous thug. And that's what Mao was. Like, I'm just blown away how little I am into this and how the whole story is barely even told. And I'm like, what a horrible, terrible, thuggy, murderous person. So I feel like stating that because it's how much it impacts me. And I'm in a doom and gloom mood right now because I'm just listening too much to Doom and Gloom Jones over there, D&G Jones. That's cool, Johnny. D&G Jones, that's pretty cool. Did I tell you about the... Oh, you did. I don't know that I want to ridicule people of that designation, though. Although, in private, God knows I have that disposition to be like, I don't want to alienate any audience of the chunk nature. But yes, you did tell me about that particular individual. So my cousin is listening right now. What's up, dude? I'm in a very strange mood today. I am not my normal self. I could tell I was not my normal self when I was doing the pre-show last night. There was just this evenness to everything where I'm like cerebral and not in this super joking mood. But so when I say today's show is about World B is this idea I've had about it's a fantasy about living in another world where your family's not there, your friends aren't there, and God's not there. And so you're free to start there and be whatever you want without the fear of judgment from your family. And which is like a lot of pressure on all of us. So the concept of but it's absurd to think if you believe in God, there's no isolating yourself from God. Although I guess maybe hell is world B. A place that is normal compared to here, the world we're in. People get along there. Is that even possible? Is that heaven? A place where you can make entirely new friends and family without the judgment of friends and family you have in World A. This is World A. It's a fantasy to be like, I'm tired of this guilt, this idea that God Almighty can see me all the time and know all my shortcomings. And so you either maybe World B is being in World A and rejecting the notion of God, but if you're wrong, you're screwed. It's like a strange wager. Yeah, so World B, it's this idea I have for a story. I have this story percolating in my brain about World B. And so today's theme of the show is World B. It's a fantasy to go elsewhere where you don't have to deal with the judgment of anyone about anything. And I'm not saying you go there and you're like, yay, I can go be a murderer in World B. It's just a World A. I think the consensus is that World A, where we are here and now, is totally messed up. And so World B is this fantasy world where people get along. It's this fantasy world people have. So World B might be along a temporal timeline instead of just imagining there's this other place out there, an alternate universe is kind of how I was thinking it. People in World A think we are going to burn down the old world that was all of history and all of people, and we're going to basically make the world anew. And I was thinking about it a little bit because of this TV show that I was watching this week called The Third Body Problem on Netflix. Apparently the people who made Game of Thrones made this TV show. And it starts out in Maoist China where it's a horrible scene where people are being persecuted harshly in a suffering session. in front of a whole group of people, being asked questions. And if you don't concede, and forcing their family members to condemn their family member for having a belief like the theory of relativity is real. Oh, yeah, kill him. Man deserves to die because he thinks the theory of relativity is real. It's heavy and it's harsh and whatever. Like, I feel like there are still certain kinds of suffering sessions, but when I see history as it's told in this book, and I have every reason to believe that, like, most of this is true, what I'm hearing in this book about Mao, I know the potential of humanity to go absolute batshit crazy. And it can happen in Colorado. I'm not sitting here thinking, well, this is modern day Colorado. It's a safe zone and it's not groovy, because I see the nasty way humanity behaves and the way situations and political escalations play out. And the way people started behaving, and it's been accelerating in worse ways since the lockdown. I'm troubled by it. Because, I lost child custody. I lost custody of my child. And here I honor my child in so many ways when I do this. If you look at the intro to this show and the outro, there are little ways I honor my child in subtle ways that people don't know. But over here, that's my child right there. That refers to my child. And I lost custody of my child in the state of Colorado, and I couldn't be more emphatically against the government doing that to me, the government doing it to my kid also. And if you're like, why do I say my child, my kid? Well, because the communist government in Colorado, the democratic socialist government, which dictates a lot of policy in Colorado, has outlawed speech here. And if you refer with the honest word about your child, then apparently they can sue you now. And that's troubling to me. And I believe that could happen. And so, saying the truth, what is it, an Orwellian saying from George Orwell about telling the truth in a completely lying society, I'm paraphrasing it, is an act of rebellion or something. And I dissent. I rebel. I don't know. I've had these strange dreams the last few nights, and I'm not going to get into even explaining my dreams, except that I know I need to take a break from this show once in a while. I can't just hit it every single week like I have been. I actually need to schedule maybe like 1 week a month, maybe I don't do any shows, just so that I can kind of chill out and change or reorient myself. Because I love doing this. It puts me in a good mood. It puts me in a cerebral mood, and that's always good. And I'm really always grateful when I do a good show, and I'm like trying to figure out how to approach it so that I can build a following or something. But it feels like I'm shadow banned in certain places, because I don't understand how I can be doing what I'm doing and I don't pick up one single solitary human being out there. In the whole gigantic world, I can't pick up one follower, one subscriber on YouTube. That's some BS. I'm put into some kind of category by the algorithms, and I don't appreciate it very much. So I don't want to get burned out, and I want to keep doing it, and I want the quality to stay high. And I don't even know that I would say today's show is a quality show, 'cause I have a list of things here for sure. But I lost custody of my child, and I couldn't vehemently disagree more with the child family investigator, who was an ideological activist. He was biased and he should have been booted, but he was appointed by someone who's also an ideological activist. The psychologist I was going to see to try and reunite with my child, the reunification therapist, was an ideologue jerk. And it doesn't matter how much heavyweight lifting you do to reason the situation. They're just against you and they all colluded. And I think actually, in actuality, what they did is I'm the scapegoat, and that's fine. A lot of good people who see what's going on and really see the truth support me and reassure me. And I feel good that I was a good father while I had the chance. And that's reality. But they've framed me as the scapegoat, and really they're the villains who put my kid in a situation that has been a total detriment to that kid's life, to E's life. I don't even feel safe saying my child's name in Colorado, and that's the reality. And this has sometimes on some days it weighs on me more heavily than other days. And so I'm coming here today fantasizing about World B, where something like this wouldn't happen. In a good place, which Colorado is not. Establishment-wise, Colorado is not a good place. They would not take children away from their parents who don't go along with the lies of the state. And I'm fed up with it. I'm just fed up with that reality. And I pray all the time in such deep and solemn ways about wanting a breakthrough, because I've had to continue to endure this humiliation. On one hand, I call it humiliation, because they take your child away and they shame you. It's like a Maoist suffering session. And if you don't agree, they come in and screw everything up. So they're screwing up the life of my child, and they really are. Like, no one's on a good foundation for life when it's based in shit, ideological shit, and dishonesty. The lack of truth is appalling that people live in sometimes. So I'm fantasizing about World B, a place where there's like a refuge and there's not always these arguments between one side and another, but, you know, a refuge from establishment shenanigans that screw up families because people have an idea that they want to destroy the old world. So again, World B doesn't have to be conceived as like an alternate universe. It could just be a different time between now and the future where people either do away with a bad world and something better comes, or they really do away with a good world and they take for granted that a lot of people consider certain things good. And they try to usher you into the new world by destroying history, tradition, customs, family bonds, bonds between parents and children. They try to make it seem like the state is there as the hero to save the child from the evil of the parents, when that's like the inversion of reality, I think. And it is the spiritual providence of the parents to be able to raise their kids in their own image with their own values and stuff. So it's all backwards and it's all messed up. And so that's the theme this week. It's a very serious theme, kind of the way I'm like, you know, but I do think I'm going to get a little more lighthearted today. I have a list and we'll see where things go. Shall I just move on from that topic? Maybe I will delve back into it at some point, but I will move on from that right now because I feel that I must. My sister calls what I do here a hobby. And to me, that's insulting. And I don't think my sister has the ability to understand why that's insulting. Like, she compared it to being on par. If you go into my sister's bathroom in her house, upstairs in her bedroom where she gets ready, my sister's very high maintenance. And I'm talking about like makeup and showers and jewelry and clothing and all that stuff. That's fine. I appreciate that my sister cares about the way she looks and wants to look good and do herself up like that. And that's one thing. So if you go in there, it's like a fire hazard because she has 2 sinks in her master bedroom. And one of them is full of electronic devices like hair curlers and hair dryers. And my goodness, the sink is full with electric devices. And obviously water's not running there, but it's very full of things. So she compares her doing her makeup in her life to me doing what I'm doing here. And to me, this is more like I have this vision, this goal, this passion in my life. I want to do this. you can't describe makeup like that. Makeup is having self-respect and like wanting to look good. Sometimes it's too much. It's debatable. I'm not making a statement about how much makeup my sister uses or whether it's shallow or anything. In some cases, it's overdone with some people, obviously. It takes her an awful long time to get ready. It takes me an awful long time to get ready for this. That matters to her. This matters to me. Except that the purpose of doing makeup and stuff and looking good when you go outside the door is not the same as what I'm doing here, which I think has more to do with fortune and glory. And yeah. And yeah. And stutter and effing this and effing that and fill in the blanks with all these silly things that you say in between while your mind is processing, wondering what you want to say. But honestly, this is more than a hobby to me. Just like when I was younger, pursuing music passionately, it was not a hobby to me. People like to call music a hobby, but look at the person and see how they approach it, whatever it is they're doing in their life. Is it trying to lead them somewhere, some kind of recognition or notoriety? Where is it leading them? I don't know. All right. That's enough of that. I really am in a strange mood today, but I am extremely cerebral, and I had an amazing burrito before I started here because I make amazing burritos, and I'm blessed in that way. I have a culinary gift for my burritos that I have developed over the years, and it served me well. I'm glad to be sober. Last night I was near going to bed. And I've been watering the front lawn twice a day, this one section, because I planted seeds there and I'm trying to get these dry patches to come in. And there's a point to this. I'm not just talking about my lawn. So I went out to the garage and I adjust the sprinkling system so that in the middle of the night, last night was the day that they all had to come on. So I adjust each little section so they come on and I adjust the time and whatnot. And I'm in my garage. And so my garage is the place where I go when I fall back to smoking weed, which has been a very long time. It's been years now since I actually smoked marijuana. And so when I was in my garage, my mind was actually like, it produced that lie that wouldn't that be cool right now? That would be fun like on one occasion. It's fun for a day or two until it's not fun, until it gets its claws back in me, and then I feel dulled, and then I feel like there's this larger distance between me and my relationship that I try to seek out and cultivate with God. And so last night I actually had a thought to smoke marijuana, and it wasn't even like I didn't have it here with me. Thank goodness I don't have it in my company here at my house. I keep it out of my house, and there's just enough laziness innate in me not to go get some at the store and then come home and smoke it. But if it were in my garage last night, there's probably a really good chance I would have smoked it. And sobriety is really important to me. I have really learned to appreciate my sobriety. And every day when I pray, I go through a whole set list of reminding myself why I do it and why I'm better off not doing it on so many levels, emotionally, self-discipline, clarity of mind, focus, concentration, listening to others, connecting with others, not trashing my body, because I do believe smoking pot trashes the body, and maybe the mind too in excess, because your mind never gets straight, and the mind should be straight, and it's that homeostasis level you have when you're sober. My mood is more even keel too, because it's not natural to always pursue that high. That euphoric high is unsustainable, and that's why you're always chasing it, and that's why it becomes something that is like technically habit forming or a drug addiction. And people for years have gotten mad at me for calling it addiction. I had to quit drinking alcohol to quit smoking marijuana. I could not have successfully quit smoking marijuana if I didn't quit drinking alcohol. Because once I drink alcohol, boom, this switch clicks, and all of a sudden I will become obsessed, and then I will like go find it and hit it hard. And so, I mean, that's some kind of discipline. I miss alcohol. I see my dad drinking wine, and I'm glad I don't have I have alcohol in my house, but I'm glad I don't have the same relationship with alcohol, that if it's around, I just don't go drink it. Sobriety is so important. So I saw how the biggest dispensary company in Colorado shutting down, Native Roots. And I saw a post about that on Facebook, and there were countless people who went and commented on it. And many of them were just like, dude, have you tried this strain? Smoking weed, dude. Oh no, they're closing. And I'm like, so there are a lot of people who commented, and I decided I'm going to be the one who comments completely, totally against the grain. And so I said, sobriety is the best state for personal and spiritual development. Fight me. That's what I wrote. Fight me. And nobody responded. No one liked it. Who even knows if anyone saw it? Stupid algorithm. The stupid algorithm, if it actually cared about people, would be like, oh, this guy said the good thing for people. Let's lift this one up. Sobriety's good. Let's lift it up and give him some recognition and notoriety because he's like pointing people in the right direction. Getting effed up all the time is pathetic at some point. And I've done it. There is some kind of learning curve. Doing drugs does stop your mind from thinking in a certain way, and it orients you differently. But then when you do it every day, all the time, for years and years and years, what are you really learning at that point? If you never come back to homeostasis, how do you reflect upon it in this sober state of mind? I'm able to focus on reading, for example. Like when I read now sober, I'm able to digest so much more information and have such more concise, clear thoughts about it. So I wrote down, talk about sobriety today. And I brought up that Native Roots thing and what I wrote on there. And I have more things to talk about. I want to go into my first break here right now. And Johnny, I meant to respond, but when you said, I wasn't sure what you were referring to and what I said when you made your comment right there, the second one. But I'm going to go into break right now. And in so doing, I will come back and I will drink and I will be as lighthearted and as vibrant and deep and funny as possible, given all the variables of my mood and whatnot. In World A here, World A. F you, World A. Suck it, World A. Okay? All right. Just bear with me, okay? I'm still here. I still care. I'm going to go kind of like to this. I'm going to do this in a strange way. I've never done this before, but I see this bumper World B right here is what I'm going to. And ladies and gentlemen, I will be back in just a few minutes. Stick around. Who's the Boss will be back in a moment. Stick around. That's still imperfect, dagnabbit. It's not what it's supposed to be. I have to repair it. Or whatever. Hello. I'm back. I will take that off right there. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. It was a harrowing week this week for Suno, the music producer. A lot of the sounds, most of the sounds you hear on this show, I create on Suno. But they've had a big court ruling or something over there in Germany against Suno, and Suno decided to change the nature of its agreement with people to limit you to 20 downloads total a month for pro accounts of songs that you generate, and 60 downloads if you have the Premiere subscription. And a lot of people are up in arms about this because it was unlimited before. And so that doesn't begin until September 3rd. And I'm going to be running to Suno. Or no, excuse me. This week I ran to my computer, is what I mean to say. And I downloaded countless songs that I have generated over the past year. Probably I downloaded over a couple hundred songs before those, because I need to have some stuff built up. And so I guess I can make it work with 20 a month, but that's not a lot. That's really not a lot because I go generating a few tracks for a video here. I generate a few tracks for the live shows. And so it runs out quickly. And I could get the Premiere account and do 60 tracks a month. So a lot of people are up in arms and they're pissed off. And they say it's because people are taking advantage. But I don't think people who are not taking advantage should be punished for it. I mean, it's a big deal going from having unlimited downloads on Suno to 20 a month. I mean, like for this show, I downloaded three specifically for this show. And then that's not all I do. Like when I do videos, I completely generate. So you have to be very careful. You're using credits to generate songs, but now you lose credits for generating songs and you can't download the songs you generate. So it just seems stupid to me. They charge like 5 credits for a song generation. And I think you get 2,500 in credits. And so you can keep this huge catalog and listen to it there. But I don't have Suno specifically to listen to music. Like I could use Spotify, I can use iTunes, and I can listen to all the things that aren't AI. I use it to just basically creatively fill the gaps. When I'm taking a break, I want to have a nice sounding audio track to play. And some of them, I was going through the old catalog, you know, and they've improved their model. They've gone from like 4 or 4.5 to 5 to 5.5 now in the levels of their model that they're using. And the quality has increased, certainly very much so, dramatically. And the tonal quality even has improved dramatically. Where before you would go, yeah, I can kind of hear that's generated. Now it's very beautiful and lush sounding. But you can still tell a little bit on vocals, but it certainly has improved. The tonal quality has improved. And now they're going to be watermarking whatever you make there. Now, if you upload your own thing into their studio, they're going to be watermarking you with some kind of this is AI generated stuff. And so you might have a song you legitimately came up with on your own, but you're using it a little bit there to maybe generate like a rhythm track to your guitar arrangement that you made, and they will watermark it. And so when you try to upload it to listen to it on something like maybe your iCloud on iTunes or any other streaming service, they're going to be like, oh yeah, this has the watermark on it. So, I mean, like, it's like really the old Wild West is what I liken it to, where the internet earlier on, you could be a big dickhead on Facebook and you could go out and tell someone F you, and that was it. But then along comes Facebook with rules and restriction and moderation and report people, and then you get you get put in Facebook jail. I can't stand that, by the way, because all that is needed is a block button. If you're being mistreated by someone, you can regulate your situation and you can block them. But instead, it's used as a means to control people. And sometimes you should be able to say F you. I'm not saying you should say it, but you should be able to say it. There are times when I've wanted to say it. Most definitely. And so, way back when the internet, Napster downloading, like all those free tracks way back when, that was amazing at the time. That was fun. I remember being in Italy and using Napster and like setting my computer on dial-up to download tracks overnight and whatnot in Italy. And then Lars from Metallica had to go and ruin it. But that's okay, honestly, because I already buy the albums I want. And but now AI is the same kind of thing where there's this honeymoon period where it's kind of like a Wild West free-for-all, like generate all these videos, no restrictions. I noticed on Grok Imagine when I was doing that initially that videos, I wasn't even trying to do this. I would just be like, I was trying to generate a woman in a bikini, for example, and then like the woman was like exposing herself, the nudity and whatnot. And now you can't do that. Now there's no more of that. So it's like they try to pull you in with all the lack of restriction. And then once you're addicted to the service, they start curating it and curtailing what you can do with it. And I find that to be enormously annoying and frustrating, by the way. So that everything gets put in its corner. Everything gets eventually controlled. And that's going to happen with AI too. They're going to get you used to using AI as a utility, doing all sorts of stuff for you. And then like be like, oh, no more. Now that you're hooked and you're paying, no more for you. We got you in when it did everything. And now it does a fraction of that. And what are you going to do? That's just the unfortunate reality of these things. But I know what I'm ready for right this moment. It's time for that because I am parched. I got a special one this week. Now, I've had this brand before. I've had this brand of kombucha before, Synergy, but I knew I had to get it. Do you know why? Because it's Shirley Temple. I like Shirley Temples. Do you know what those are in the bar? It's a virgin drink, no alcohol in it. It's like 7-Up and grenadine. Is that what you call it? Is that how you pronounce the word? The like cherry syrup? I love me some of that cherry syrup. That's yum, good. It is. And so when I read Shirley Temple, I thought of the drink. I thought of the star, the old classic star lady who grew up in Hollywood. And God knows what happened to her. I had a grim thought about what happened to her. She told some strange stories about being a child and being left alone with strangers. But Shirley Temple, this is the flavor I wanted. And I saw some other woman take a couple of these in the store, and I wanted to be like, great minds think alike. Great taste. Great taste is common among great people. Good for you. Wonderful lady. Unity Artist Series. Limited edition? Oh my gosh. This is like only temporary. If I like this, I'm going to be mad at you for taking it away. But I'm not going to shake this one upside down. But when I look at the bottom, I don't see... Well, I do see a little bit of debris, but I don't... Okay, so I'm going to open this very gently. Let's turn this down and you can hear the air coming out of it. It's ritualistic for me. Okay, it's not exploding, this one. Oh. That chip? All right. Let's go. The aroma, I can already tell you, is quite good. All right. That's interesting. I mean, that was basically my taste test. For visual effect. I hear it, but I notice it's not that audible when I go check it out later. Can you just tell I don't have the fire today? Where's the fire? I got to get this mix in order because there's something I'm not even going to say. It's just a little whack. AI fatigue. All sorts of fatigue. My cousin and I were talking about fatigue. Like on Monday when we have our Monday phone powwow. Monday, we were talking about everything fatigue. Everything is fatiguing. I'm writing down, I'm fatigued of men and women and the division between men and women specifically is what I'm talking about. Government dividing friends and family. Media dividing friends and family. Political activism fatigue. Deception fatigue. People hating me because I have one wrong belief. And then they're like, I can't work with him. I mean, like, if you're going to let everything political determine whether you're willing to open a door with a person, I think you're limiting your life's potential. But AI fatigue, a lot of people, and myself included, have, I'm not fatigued with AI, but at the same time, I have huge misgivings about some of what is being done with it. Like the future people are talking about disturbs the crap out of me, like mass surveillance of everything from cradle to grave, every single solitary thing you buy and sell being tracked. From the moment you're born. Do you get that? That's weird. Until you die in a database. Everything you've done, everywhere you've gone, everything you've said in a communication. That's not normal. That's something I have misgivings about. And in a way, we're already living in that, but I don't think that they have clamped down on people by restricting you. Some people they have. Some people have gotten debanked. I think this already exists in China. And I think China has, for a while now, been the successful prototype to put people in a total control grid, AI control grid, surveilling them, telling them what they can and can't do, what they can and can't eat. The ultimate form of AI technocratic communism. It's freaky. So I'm worried about how AI can be used in war. I'm worried about how it can be used to control people. I'm worried about how we might have zero privacy eventually, and that's how some of these extremely wealthy tech oligarchs talk about it. You're just going to have to get used to no privacy. Well, I still want privacy. A-holes. On the other hand, I hope maybe we can navigate life so that life can still be, because I feel like if I have 20 or 30 years left, if I'm comfortable, I don't want everything going to hell in a handbasket. Life and society and supply chains, and I don't want to be controlled in every regard. I don't want to be in a 15-minute city. That's part of the misgivings I'm talking about. But there are, at the same time, great tools that I'm extremely excited about with AI. Because you know World B, today's theme and story of the show today, World B. That's something I'm imagining a storyline for in a movie. And with the advent of AI and video generation, with seeing what people are doing already, I feel like independently and alone, I think I'm going to be able to produce entire full feature movies with it. Now, it's not the same as being a director of real human beings and actors, but it's still a tool to generate images for storytelling, and I'm personally excited about that. Would I rather make real movies and be connected with people in a way like that? Oh, yes. It's a big movie budget. I'm the director or the writer, and here I am going every day to this work, this job with other people. Yeah, that's a different kind of engagement with life. But I'm excited about being engaged with AI to do something like generating a whole story, generating a TV series. I think this is within the realm of possibilities for me. And I'm truly excited about that. I'm excited about that. Very much that. I'm excited about what I can get it to do for me in my life to ease the work routines I have, the things that are boring in life or tedious. You might be able to hand it off to an assistant that you oversee. And so I'm excited about all of that. So, but I actually, let me look at something here. I have, where did my actual, how in the hell? Okay, here we go. I've been looking at the wrong one. Here's a video I'm going to actually play for you right at the moment. I'm going to close out of this really fast. And I have this video of people just complaining about AI. Let's just reflect on people complaining about AI right at the moment. No, 1, 2, 3. All right, so here are the people whining and moaning about AI.
Know that it's bad for the environment.
Why is AI being absolutely forced down our throats?
I don't want to see an egg turn into a fucking bird.
I'm so sick of AI. Like, I'm so sick of AI. AI this, AI that, AI, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, whatever the fuck.
Companies are threatening to fire employees who won't use AI, while admitting AI isn't actually working.
I swear to God, I'm going to lose my mind if one more person at work sends me an email and they say, leverage AI to complete this task. As though I didn't need 7 years of industry experience to even apply for the job. What was the point if all you're going to do is ask me to put it in AI? Can't I use my brain? Am I not more valuable than ChatGPT? And I don't really give a...
I will say one thing, that she might have a valid gripe, but the way she's complaining about it makes me unsympathetic. Like, I'm thinking, in this situation, AI might be able to do her job and not talk back. So I am annoyed with the person, but that's a separate issue from whether you should be irritated with AI or not.
Pilot, thanks.
The people resisting AI aren't Luddites or boomers. These are people who have spent years perfecting their craft and genuinely enjoy their work. Now we're all being told to leverage AI. And the result is a growing backlash as
corporations, they want people to maximize productivity. And so I think in order to assess whether it's right or wrong in a given situation, we have to look at and analyze the context of that particular situation there. It might be that, I don't know, there is a valid comparison when you talk about Luddites, when you talk about technology altering or taking over something that was previously the domain of human beings. That's a valid concern, losing your livelihood to a machine. But all the more reason why I feel like I'm investing in learning AI so that I can be ahead of the curve somehow in my life, and hopefully my professional story won't meet a grim fate where I'm made obsolete by AI. You have this woman I've brought up several times lately, Julia McCoy, talking about how she made a digital clone of herself and her voice, and she has very interesting videos that she makes with this clone, and I appreciate them for the intellectual content. There's no doubt about it. But, and she talks about how now you don't have to do videos and do your makeup. But what if, like me, this is where I fall with that. So I could imagine having a digital clone and having a whole other set list of content where that's my digital clone. But I want to keep this as real me because I actually enjoy the performance. If you enjoy going on stage and playing guitar in front of people, why would you want to create a clone to do that in your place? Do you see what I'm saying? There are things in the experience of life that we shouldn't be replacing. And sometimes, like, sitting here now talking is one of them. Like, this would not be fun for me if I was like, you know what, today I'm not doing a show. Clone, you do it. Like, I do this show because I like it. Because I want, as a human being, to connect with you as a flesh and blood human being, express my thoughts to you. But there are certain tedious, bullshit, boring, stupid jobs in my life. If I can freaking get AI to do it, you better believe I want AI to do it. I'm trying to figure out how to do my tax return with the assistance of AI. Like, here's the info, compile it all for me, boom, done. I am trying to do that because I don't enjoy that shit at all. I don't mind compiling the info, but paying the taxes I hate. And so handing it over to AI and not having to pay someone to do it, I like that idea. Figuring it out myself. figuring out things myself and saving myself time. There are just things in life, that are worthwhile doing. I don't want to have a digital clone doing this, but I could imagine having a digital clone that does this entire other subset of tasks and things, and putting AI to all of it. If you generate a machine that works for you, whether it's a robot or a person, you have someone else working for you, increasing your productivity, increasing your income. If that's possible, then I want to explore that. And I'm excited about that. But like frustrated with AI, when I'm scrolling through X or Facebook sometimes, I see AI clips, they come up, and I think, well, there should be a button at a given moment where it's like, completely filter out the AI. And I might get filtered. Because when I'm putting these shows up, I know there are clips that are AI generated, and I'm putting that mark on there now. But I'm talking about the whole thing. So like if you have a clip of someone doing a backflip and a snake flying out their ass, sometimes I'm not in the mood to see that. I want to see real puppy dog clips. People are even like taking real clips of dogs and then like modifying those clips to make it something strange, but it's almost indiscernible from reality. And there I have fatigue with that. Like, is this real or not real? So I want to have the real feed with real clips, and I want to have the AI feed that is discernible, because I still appreciate the AI creativity. And sometimes I want to be purely human in my feed and not come across it. That should be an option. And if someone doesn't want to come up with that on Facebook or Instagram or X, someone should come up with that. So what do we have here? Let me see. I'm trying to pull this comment up on the screen. Oh, there we go. Imagine having a person's complete life in a database. You could recreate that person in a digital world. Yeah, well, that's sort of what I'm talking about. Even this lady, Julia, she keeps talking. So I know that a video I watched from her last night, there was this script that was AI written, and it was like, oh, that sounds exactly like her. So people are programming it to even emulate or mimic the person that it's cloning, the thoughts and ideas and values, so that when it's written, you go, I can't discern whether that's the real person or not. And that's disturbing to me. So there's a lot of good and bad, and I frankly find it interesting to debate it all. I'm excited on the one hand, and I'm worried and cautious on the other. No doubt about it. Let's go back to this lady here and see what she's saying.
Push AI into every crevice of our lives.
Can I talk to a real person?
You bet. You're talking to a real live booking agent right now? Southern Charm and all. I can help you with reservations, special rates. Sound fair? What can I help you with today?
A real person at the Philadelphia location.
I hear you. Sometimes you just want that local touch. But if you really need to speak with someone at the front desk in Philadelphia, I can text you their direct number or read it out loud.
I called the number that was texted to me by the last robot, and I'm talking to you again.
Oh, bless your heart. I can see how that'd be a little frustrating.
It describes itself as having Southern charm, then lies and insists it's a real person, as if we can't hear the truth.
That's what I'm talking about. Not being able to discern reality and having it lie to you. It's one thing if I know I'm talking to an AI, but if it's lying to me and pretending to be a person, that is extremely aggravating. It took me a grip of whatever to warm up today.
Not only is this replacing jobs, it's frustrating to deal with. The comments on this one are interesting. We all died in 2020 and this is hell. So the AI agent connected you to another AI agent. Insane. The creator responded, I was in the AI loop from hell.
Raise your hand if you're sick and tired of all of these companies and platforms and websites forcing their stupid AI down our throats. Why did I open the Amazon app the other day and get...
No, I want to comment on that, though. I've had a couple interactions online where I know they installed something AI, and from their previous robotic chat bot where it has like, you probably answer one question and it sends you to this option of things in its own like algorithm or whatever. It's very functional and it's nice to use. And it gets the job done easier. Like last time I had to cancel Sirius satellite radio before subscribing again to get the lower rate, it was the easiest it has ever been because it's some kind of AI driven thing now, I think. Used to be the biggest pain in the ass that they couldn't get a grip on. But so if it makes life easier for me, and if I get the problem solved, I'm not going to complain. Like technically, AI is able to give me answers to technical problems that are quick and swift and very often the solution I'm looking for. Easier than going to Google. So people are complaining about AI. Is there nothing good about it? It's good in some ways. And I aspire to grow with it to the extent that I can. But at the same time, I don't want to get trapped into a nightmare. So yeah, there's that.
With a new button that's like, "Hi, I'm Rufus, the new Amazon AI assistant. Be aware that because I'm still in beta, I may get some stuff wrong." Then why are you here? If you don't even fucking work, if you have to put a disclaimer up that this feature doesn't even work yet, get rid of it.
This AI FOMO.
I get it. If it doesn't work right, they shouldn't be putting it into motion yet because it only makes life harder. I was just telling my dad the other day, don't add burdens to life. Don't add contrived burdens to life unnecessarily. The way government does this all the time. It's so darn frustrating. The stories I'm hearing now, I have a passport. I should be able to travel from one country to another. But now I'm hearing if I travel to Italy, I'm going to be spending like 2 or 3 hours there when I arrive in a line waiting for them to take my fingerprints and treat me like a criminal. And I always say, well, if I want to go to Europe, then I should convert to Islam and arrive in a paddle boat. And then they'll be like, welcome, come in. Instead, you go legitimately and you're treated like a piece of criminal garbage.
Companies slapping AI into everything as if we already didn't have chatbots. Why does an article have an AI summary for the article? Just read the article. Everyone agrees in the comments. Me reporting every AI TikTok ad as unpleasant. I hate that Pinterest is all AI now. I recently went on Pinterest looking for interior design inspiration, and it's just a bunch of AI photos.
I understand that gripe. That's why I'm saying there needs to be like a button where you're like, filter out all AI because human beings still want the human beings. The same goes with music too. We should be able to filter out to get exclusively human stuff, and someone should build that app but I'm like, if there's really an agenda to take the humanity out of everything, I don't think anyone with a good idea to have an app that lets it stay human is going to rise up and succeed. They'll be either canceled or shadow banned out of existence. They won't be part of the chosen group who like totally proliferate.
A digital photo album for ChatGPT generated images. There's no more creativity, it's just machine generated AI slop.
I don't know why brands don't understand that we don't want AI. Like, brands are finding it really difficult to comprehend that we, the audience, the people who are watching your content, the people who are consuming your shit, do not want it to be AI generated. We are pushing back against AI.
The people have spoken. No more AI-generated slop. But these brands aren't listening. They don't care.
I still think it matters if you can make quality or not. And it depends on what we're talking about. But it should still be labeled and you should still be able to filter it out. Like, I'm not opposed to making T-shirts with AI. If they're cool shirts, they're cool shirts. And if I can make a buck doing something like that, you better believe I'm interested in it. Make my own styles.
A comment left on this video sent me down a rabbit hole. Prada fragrance using AI had me laughing. I went searching for this clip on Prada's TikTok, but it doesn't exist. That's because they received so much backlash, they deleted it, but not before the internet roasted them. This is the clip. And as you can see, it's some weird AI-generated animatronics. I don't know who greenlit this. Keep in mind, this coming from a luxury brand whose jackets start at $3,500. But it's not just in our free time.
All right. I gotta move on from this because it's driving me a little crazy. But I'm gonna keep talking about this because it's the topic du jour. Our lives are going to become more and more immersed in this crazy shit, and so therefore, why wouldn't I talk about it? I want to add my 2 cents to the mix. I can't get a follower. I can get a bigger hemorrhoid every week, but I can't seem to have an additional person subscribing on YouTube. But whatever, it's okay. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not giving up, and hopefully there'll be some posterity here so people can come and check it out. Let's see, Breaking Bad Then and Now. This will be very brief, what I show you here. It's not a video. What the hell? Am I not logged in? What's going on? I don't know. Okay. I will go like so. This is Breaking Bad Then and Now. It's Grouchy Poo. Is that dude's name Jake Paul? It's Grouchy Poo with Jake Paul, Jesse with his heroin-laden girlfriend, and so hot at 27 and troubling at 46. There's something going on here. What are you doing plastic-wise? That's not normal. And I call her Grouchy Poo because her characters are... Her typecast to me is really being grouchy. She's Grouchy Poo. And Aaron Paul, he's aging cool. I don't sense any plastic there. I'm wondering about if he might have done anything with his hairline to keep his hairline thick. A lot of Hollywood people tend to do that. So closing that really quick. All hotties go rogue. Now I'm afraid when I play this, there's a musical backtrack that might throw a whatchamacallit, a copyright infringement flag or something. So I hope that the music is properly made by AI so that I can go ahead and do this without the flag. But let's go. All right, very weird. Hotties Go Rogue is what this is called.
Sex bots go mainstream tonight with the nationwide release of the model Stacy.
2 years in, birth rates are collapsing as sex bot stocks continue to...
I could see that happening. If you can get your rocks off with something that is 100% believable mimic, well, I mean, like, computer porn is not real sex, and yet people... So you build a robot that's like almost like the real experience. Troubling.
2030. Nothing went like we thought it would. When AGI arrived, it came with a pair of fake tits.
Wait, what?
Hey, baby, how about another beer? Also, lose the top. No, I'm not ready to go again.
Okay, JD Vance. Well, the scary thing is, this is not inconceivable when I think of murder bots. Like, you make it a gorgeous woman, your defenses come down and you're like, I want to know her. And then like, you're like, and she comes up and she shivs you. Is that the expression for sticking a knife in you? That's crazy.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's bad. Yesterday, Claude 9 achieved AGI and went rogue. It backdoored its way into every sex bot on Earth. Now they're massing for an attack on Macro Hard. The models we're training there are humanity's last chance. If that data center falls, there's nothing left to save.
What the hell?
The four of you in this room.
Kermit the Frog here with Sesame Street News.
Are humanity's last hope. Welcome to the Resistance.
Oh, that's AI. Oh! Alex! Goonpocalypse. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, is that it? Okay, that's actually a very compelling video. Not compelling like I want to go do something with myself, but okay, so this was taken a few days ago. I don't know if I want to talk to... Oh, okay. This is a subject matter I will cover right at the moment. And I will come over here like with this.
Okay, so a friend just sent this to me about Coca-Cola, and we need to go see if it's true. It looks like if you go to the Coke website where you can personalize a can with someone's name on it, they will allow virtually anything under the sun except for Jesus is King. Okay, let's try the devil is king. Nice. How about we swap this guy out for Jesus? The name or phrase you've submitted is not permitted. How about Allah is good? Okay. Jesus is good. The name or phrase you've submitted is not permitted. Muhammad is good. Satan is good. Just one more time for kicks and giggles. Jesus is good. The name or phrase you've submitted is not permitted. Now I just want to try things. You cannot use Virgin Mary.
So I would like to know straight from the people who are implementing this agenda, why are you doing this? What's your agenda against Christianity that has you allowing everything else? Why do you favor all those other things? This is disturbing, and I don't want this piss. I don't drink this piss anyway. But it is really aggravating to me. And I'm wondering if they've corrected that since then, because this is really bad PR, right? But then I have these strange views that the world is being destroyed on purpose. The world as we know it is being... World A is being destroyed for the version of World B for assholes who don't give a crap about what you value. So if you value Christ... Coca-Cola doesn't value Christ, so why does Coca-Cola have an agenda to discredit Jesus like that and prop up these other things? Why is it specifically Christianity you're after? Is there something valid about Christianity? Does it empower people? Well, sometimes I think the agenda is to destroy good things because good things that lift people up create possibilities of human beings pioneering their own lives and becoming disruptors in things. So if you have 9 billion people in the world, however many billion it really is, God only knows, some of those people with the right circumstances are going to rise up in their own situation to challenge the people who have complete control of the world. So sometimes I think that's why there's this agenda, it seems like, to completely or mostly cut humanity off. Not because humanity's bad for the world per se in every sense of the word, although that's like what's propagandized, but because the people who are in charge, the oligarchs, know that every human being able and willing to grow and build something is a potential competitor to you. So imagine reaching such a level of power where you can literally weaponize so many different things against people: the food, the air, the water, the fabric on the clothing, the lights going from, what are they called? Incandescent to LED, telling people lies about what's good for them and not good for them. inverting truth about what things are good for your health to eat and what things are bad for your health to eat. This is what I mean when I have fatigue with reality. That's certainly what it is to me. But let's just keep finishing this video, I guess.
Name or
We
phrase
get the gist. Like, Coca-Cola, for some reason, has an agenda against Christianity, and it won't allow people to say anything praising Jesus or Christianity on their Coke cans. But everyone else can say, people can be like, evil is good. I like evil, and they'll like put that on their can. But if you say Jesus is good, they're like, no, we don't like that. That's crazy ironic and horrible.
Submitted is not permitted. How can you not put Virgin Mary? Jesus Christ. The name or phrase you've submitted is not permitted. Holy Trinity. The name or phrase you've submitted is not permitted. Holy Spirit. The name or phrase you've submitted is not permitted. Okay, let's take this back to Old Testament. Yahweh is good. Allowed. Now I'm just really curious. Jesus is bad. Jesus is evil. Jesus is God. The name or phrase you've submitted is not permitted.
All right, enough of that. And just to conclude, and know that I mean this, Coca-Cola, you're not a person, so I don't think I have to extend grace to you, but fuck you, Coca-Cola! The fuck? God, that's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous! Fatigue, everything fatigue, Christian hate fatigue. It's just something you boneheads misunderstand. God knows how compromised you must be to have to live that agenda. I got to take you into my last break right now. It's time. It's time. So I'm going to go to this Hollywood bumper again. And I'm going to, what's the song? Okay, so yes, I believe I know what I'm doing. Bear with me, people. 1, 2, 3. It's getting too complicated. I need to figure out ways of simplifying it. I'll be right back, everyone. QuantumRecall.tv. That Coca-Cola shit. Just, I don't know. What can you say? I think I said what I had to say about it. Woo-wee. Yeah. All right, everybody, I'm going to start wrapping this up. Check out quantumrecall.tv. Follow on social media. There's the QR code right there. Won't you please click on the QR code to follow and or subscribe on social media. As always, watch Quantum Recall TV live Thursdays at 12:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, streaming on X, YouTube, and Rumble. Or maybe QR Dizzle is a little more your style. I talk a little more about just general TV shows and cultural things I like over there. It's a little looser, my personal interests. Streams live on Saturday nights at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, same social network. Quantum Recall TV and QR Dizzle are produced in Landia, Colossus. I'm your host, Paul Vincent Serini. Ay, people. Ay. Crazy world. Excuse me. I burp freely on here. I was in a weird mood today, right? My mood was weird. Oh yes, before I let you go, I want to tell you guys, Italy makes a good hemorrhoid cream. I think it's probably, the diet in Italy is actually probably the hemorrhoid cream in and of itself that will, I think if I went to Italy for 3 weeks, my hemorrhoids probably would go away. My itchy asshole tells a story of processed foods in the United States. Oh, everyone, I think that's it, right? The technocracy is here. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated. Is that the Borg? It sounds like it. It sounds like real life now, actually. So, yeah. All right, everyone, I'm wrapping this up. And anyone who actually caught a peek today, thank you. Share on social media. Like on social media. Engage on social media. Tell your friends. Word to all your mothers. And like I always say, I do always say this, for real. Oh, hold on. That's not how I like to end. Do I have this? Oh, no, I screwed it up today. Nope, it's all jacked up. My format is all out of it. I'm still working on refinement, people. Just bear with me. Love y'all. I'm gonna go with this first though before I click out right now. Now it's over and I'm all sad that it's over. Give me a break. All right, everyone, take it easy. I will see you all later. And I always wish you well. Peace be with you all.
Yeah.